Over the weekend, it was reported that several provincial governments in China announced they would implement more restrictions on industrial power usage. This has meant electricity outages across key provinces in China. So let's take a closer look. Now, China's power outage has turned more severe, with a handful of provinces or cities stepping up power rationing to meet decarbonization goals. A quick background to this: the top planning body in China, the NDRC, had issued ratings in mid-August showing 9 provinces as performing poorly based on energy usage. And then in mid-September, the NDRC published a plan for what they call dual controls and was reported to pressure provinces that had lagged behind to curb energy use. By the way, besides the overarching top-down decarbonization goals, rising coal prices and other supply shortages have also contributed to electricity outages. Now, where is the maximum hit? As I said earlier, the August report classified 9 provinces as category red. Another 10 provinces were classified as yellow. The graphic here will highlight the regions most affected, red of course being the most severe, most affected. Factories across a range of these provinces have been impacted. All manufacturing powerhouses in China. So let's move on, right? In terms of how important these provinces are as compared to the national total, output from these regions account for, across a range of these commodities, 42% of aluminum, 32% of cement, 16% of steel, 32% of paper packaging, and 34% of PVC production. So, I mean, it's pretty significant. Now we come to estimated production cuts because of these power outages, and this becomes a forecast now. This is why Goldman Sachs, which has put out these numbers, for ferrous metals, non-ferrous metal and non-metal mineral products, they're assuming the sharpest cuts between 20 and 40%. For these 3 industries. For petroleum, coking and natural fuel and chemical materials, they're assuming production cuts of between 10 and 20%. And for sectors like mining, textile, paper making, chemicals, fiber, rubber, plastic products, they're assuming the smallest 5 to 10% of production cuts. Just a couple of points here in terms of the unknowns which are important. For starters, we don't know how long electricity outages will last. This will determine how long these production cuts will last. On the other hand, with complex supply chains and general interdependence between industries, it's unlikely that the impact will be limited to only these provinces, right? It will spill over. On the positive side, companies are flexible. They may increase production in provinces with less stricter energy consumption caps. While China is a big exporter of commodities, it is also a large consumer. What would be the impact to the end demand? Again, another unknown at this stage, but important factor for prices because it's supply and demand. Beyond the near term, though, I think what all this means is, in a way, effective supply discipline across a range of industries in the Chinese commodity complex, and hence maybe support for commodity prices themselves in the long run, something which I think bears watching.